I'm going to be starting some seeds today, and I wanted to take you along on the journey. As you know, if you've been following me for any amount of time, I have been a horticulturist for over 10 years, and I worked in the horticulture and landscape industry for about 7 of those 10 years. And then I moved to the beautiful Oregon coast and just became a master gardener for my county, and really focused on my own garden and helping the community and the global community as well, you, my audience. And thank you very much for watching these videos and going along the journey with me. But this year I'm starting to get serious about my vegetable gardening. In the past, I have become an expert at growing herbs, Mediterranean herbs specifically, and of course I have dozens of perennials and bulbs and shrubs, flowering shrubs. Those have been kind of my big love in the garden. But last year in 2020, I began canning because, well, first of all, I was super inspired by Melissa K. Norris. If you don't know who she is, go follow her. She's amazing. She's a homesteader in Washington State, and she has these amazing homesteading tutorials, including her canning course. But in addition to that, I realized that I would like to grow more of my own vegetables, and in 2020 with the pandemic that happened and so many of our farmers suffering for various reasons between global climates and political and financial situations that are going on because of the pandemic and other reasons, our food sources have our food sources at grocery stores, the prices have increased dramatically, and I know that I can grow a lot of these crops at home. I can't grow them all because my climate doesn't support that, and my dogs have decided to play. So we're gonna take a break. Okay, I think they're done playing. Where was I? So basically what I mean is that I'm gonna start growing my own vegetables from seeds. The vegetables that I grew in the past, I grew some really basic vegetables in the past, peas, potatoes, and beans, and I pretty much can guarantee that I'd actually get some crop off of that, but it was usually just summer eating, and I didn't grow enough to put away for a year. And that is really my canning goal, is to make enough food to have in the pantry for a year of stockpile. And while I don't know that I'll be able to grow enough of any one crop for that amount of food, I'm gonna try as much as I can. And I'm definitely gonna try a lot more seeds than I've tried in the past. Normally I pick up seeds from either my farmers markets or from a county extension sale. So usually a master gardener a master gardener program will put on a plant sale, and I was going to the Canby fairground. I think it's the Canby. Well, let's see. I don't know what county that is. Anyways, I've been going to different master gardener sales for many years and picking up my starts, but I last year our county, Lincoln County in Oregon, wasn't able to hold their plant sale, and we're still trying to figure out how to do that this year. And I realized that I really can't count on the extension office giving me or providing me with seedlings anymore, and I have to start relying on myself and my abilities. And seed starting can be a little bit intimidating if you're not really super hands-on and checking your seeds all the time, and you haven't set yourself a schedule to look at them. They can die pretty quickly. They dry out. You can also overwater them really easy, and then they dampen off. It's called dampening off, which just basically means it's rotted. And they can get gnats in the soil from poor circulation. They just won't germinate because they're not warm enough. There's all these variables. So, you know, it's 10 years of being an avid gardener before I've actually decided to really focus on seed starting. So if you're not there yet, or you're not ready for it, or if that's not really your forte, absolutely go find those seed starts. I mean, I really encourage you to start with some really easy seeds, like peas and beans. They're really fast germination. They're really easy to grow. They're not super fussy. You can sow them directly outside. You don't have to start them in a tray inside and do all the works. Just start where you are and get comfortable with it. And when you see some production, you're going to be really excited, and you might be inspired to take it to the next level next year or in the following years to come. So I'm taking you on my little journey of trying to start seeds and grow a productive vegetable garden this year. As you have seen, I've been posting lots of pictures. We've put the infrastructure in. We've built new raised beds. We've built a beautiful garden gate around the vegetable garden to keep the dogs out. And plus it's so beautiful. I love it. And it's really inspiring for me to go be productive in the vegetable garden when it doesn't look all industrial and it's like all about production. It's also about fulfilling my, my personal joy. And so, as always, do what makes you happy and brings you joy first. And so, that looks like trying to start seeds this year. It's a little bit of a challenge, so it doesn't bring me the ultimate joy yet, but it feels really joyful because I'm trying something new and I have a lot of confidence in being successful. I've done a lot of research. I have a lot of friends that grow, and I can reach out for support. And I have worked through some emotional shit, really. And you have to look at this in areas of your life where you're finding a lot of resistance, that maybe it's not about the thing that you're doing, and maybe there's some emotional tie that you need to address. And for me, that was working through just what my mindset is about growing seeds. And I realized that I created this resistant barrier to it when I was in college going to school for horticulture, and the professor that taught seed starting and greenhouse growing, it was really about production growing. It was really about having a farm or a nursery that specialized in growing vegetables. And I knew that wasn't where my interest lied, and I wasn't invested in learning as well, because I knew that that's not what direction I was going to go in my career. And two, that particular teacher just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. She was absolutely brilliant, and I gained a lot of hard facts from her, but it was just the way that she came across really made me throw up my barriers and I don't need to listen to you. And so that, it caused a lot of issues for me down the road 10 years later trying to start seeds. And I've got this I don't want to attitude about it. And so I had to release some of that and forgive myself for acting that way towards that teacher, and forgive her for just being herself, and that I was, forgive myself for judging and allowing that to become a barrier. So just check in on yourself if you've got areas of your life where you're resisting growing certain crops, growing certain varieties, or doing things in a different way, or being really stuck in a pattern and not allowing yourself to see outside the pattern. That was the other thing. I was like, oh, this is the only way I could do it. I can only do it if I had a big, huge greenhouse and electric bottom heat, and I had all the gadgets, and that's just that's not true. And I had to get past that. So enough about that. Let's get to starting seeds.